Do you think that you might be working with a narcissist? That is so much of a problem. In this video, we're going to be talking about navigating toxic office dynamics. Hey, if you feel like you are walking on eggshells with that coworker or boss, let's uncover the signs of narcissism in the workplace. How do you handle that? I'm Rebecca Zung, and I am a globally recognized narcissist negotiation expert, and I help you handle high conflict communications. I have been recognized by US News as a best lawyer in America. I'm also the best-selling author of Slay the Bully, How to Negotiate with a Narcissist and Win, which you can check out at slaythebully.com. And I know what it's like if you're dealing with a narcissist at work. I had a narcissistic business partner, and it was really, really awful. So I know the angst you can feel. I know the anxiety. I know what it's like to wake up in the middle of the night. You're thinking about it. You're brushing your teeth. You're thinking about it. You're padding out to get your coffee. You're thinking about it. You're walking your dog. You're thinking about it. It's just not, it's awful. You can never get away from it, right? I mean, especially with work, you spend so much of your day at work, and you're sitting at your desk and, oh my God, there's that person. You get the email, there's that person. And, if it's your boss, you're thinking, oh God, can I get another job? Or maybe you feel like, this pay is good, or I'm trying to support my family, and or it's this coworker, and it's very, very difficult. There's that email chain that you were left off of, that meeting you were supposed to be at and you're not getting it, and that promotion that maybe you're being left out of. And it can really, really impact your sense of well-being. It can start to impact you physically. It can start to impact you emotionally, spiritually. It can start to impact your home life. And your hair starts falling out, there's rashes, and and team dynamics. And it can really start to impact you in all different ways. And so, maybe it's this other team member that you have that has this constant need for validation, and maybe they're taking credit for your work, or maybe there's this lack of empathy that they have, this constant disregard for your feelings. And, I remember seeing this boss one time. It wasn't for me, but I remember this particular person, throwing a legal memo down on one of the other attorneys' desks saying, this is the worst piece of S that I've ever seen. And, this is really, it can be actually mentally abusive to work for somebody like that, or, manipulative things to gain power and control, and, or smearing somebody. I've seen that happen too, actually start spreading rumors about somebody, this person might have a drug problem, or this person might have an issue at home. They might start saying things like that just because they want to gain some sort of advantage in order to get a promotion or something. And that can be really, really detrimental. And I'm wondering if you guys have seen anything like this. And if you have, let me know in the comments. Say, I've seen it. Or I would love to know the kinds of things that you guys have seen in the comments. Let me know. And, if you are trying to deal with this, how do you turn that around? How do you turn that power dynamic around? For one thing, for sure, you're going to have some sort of boundary. And, you're going to want to have a way that you can start to say, listen, that's not what happened. This is, my truth. This is how, you're going to be able to speak to me in a way that's respectful. And I have phrases for disarming narcissists. For sure, you're going to want to go get those, disarmthenarc.com, because no matter what your situation is, It's never okay to speak to a person in a way that's disrespectful, whether it's your boss, whether it's your coworker, even if if it's a subordinate, whatever it is. Obviously, you're never going to allow somebody to speak to you in a way that's disrespectful. I always say the things that are negotiable or contracts, issues, and terms. What's never negotiable is your self-worth, your self-respect, your self-esteem. For sure, you're never going to want to allow yourself to be attacked on a personal level. I mean, obviously, sometimes it's fair to allow your work to be critiqued, but never can somebody attack you on a personal level. And so, if you need to have conversations, keep them to just the facts. Never allow yourself to be emotionally triggered. Try to stay calm, respond, don't react, observe, don't absorb. Is one of the other things that I like to say. Pretend like you're reporting the news. Never get defensive. So, and if you're dealing with a narcissistic boss, the challenges of looking at it from an upward position it can be extremely difficult, especially if you feel tied to that particular job in that moment. Avoid getting entangled in office dramas. It can be extremely toxic. Don't allow yourself to get sucked in to the smearing of other people, because that never works in your favor. It always comes back to bite you. I always say, wear the white hat, let other people wear the black hat. Somebody said to me the other day, what does wearing a white hat mean? I'm saying, don't be the one in getting involved in bad behavior, right? Let other people do that. Don't get sucked into that drama. Don't get lured into that, right? Because it never comes back to in your favor. Make sure you document everything, especially if you've got a narcissistic boss. If there's an HR department, use them, because you might need to seek that support if necessary. And make sure you document. If you can, follow up with email. We just had this conversation. I just want to confirm that this is what was said. Use higher management if necessary. Have meetings if necessary. Communication, one form of communication, email if necessary, has a time and date stamp. It's the least likely to be manipulated. Maintaining professional boundaries, so important. You're going to need a support team, a support system around you. Maybe it's not at work. Maybe it's at home. Maybe it's your family. Maybe it's your friends. Maybe it's therapy. If you don't have access to therapy where you are, we do have a sponsor on this channel, which is BetterHelp, betterhelp.com/Rebecca Zung. We receive commissions on that. It doesn't cost you any extra. We want you to have access to help and support that you can trust. And if you need additional support, our Facebook group, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung, there's a link below in the description. Don't do this alone. Do not allow yourself to be isolated, because narcissists will try to gaslight you, and you're going to start feeling like you're going crazy. Don't allow yourself to do that. Keep good records, careful records, so that you know what is important, right? And strategies for clear communication, assertive communication. Disarmthenarc.com. I have 15 key phrases for disarming narcissists. If you need those, grab those. Disarmthenarc.com. Avoid getting into entanglements in the office. Prioritize your self-care, prioritize your mental well-being. So important. And external mentorship and guidance, really important as well. If you have a business coach, I know I've had a business coach for the last 15 years who's been extremely important in my life. And, if you have the ability to get one, I always highly recommend that. So if you're navigating dynamics at work toxic dynamic at work, and and you're feeling like you're isolated and alone, use some of the advice that, the pieces of advice that I'm giving you here, because it can really weigh on you. It can start to weigh on you physically. It can start to weigh on you emotionally. It can start to weigh on you spiritually and your soul. So don't allow it to go too long, because it can really affect you in a lot of different ways. All right. So if you like this video, give it a like, give it a share, drop me a comment. I would love to know what you're thinking about this. Don't let it go too long. Get the help and support that you need to make sure that you are taking good care of yourself. All right. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure that you do that now. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. The next video that I want you to watch is Unlock the Secret: 7 shocking body language clues that reveal that you are dealing with a narcissist, that a narcissist is hidden among us. Because sometimes you're over there, at work, and you're like, is this a narcissist? I don't know. And that's why I want you to watch this next video on whether or not the body language is giving away this person. All right. So I know that it can be difficult, but remember that they only win if you give in, and with the right tools, with the right strategies, with the right power behind you, you can do absolutely anything. All right. So I've helped so many thousands of people, and I know that I can help you too. All right. So make sure that you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and then go watch that next video. Unlock the Secrets: 7 shocking body language clues revealing that a narcissist is hidden among us. All right. So they only win if you give in, but you don't have to do this, because even though they're challenging to deal with, they're very simple to understand. All right. So you can do this, and I will see you in that next video.